Hello everyone, this is Patrick Marks and our final video discussion. So this week we were asked to talk about kind of our methodologies and what we use for our research project. So my research project I did on the Calvary Chapel movement and the denomination that came out from the Jesus People movement that happened in the 60s and 70s. Some of the things that I discovered were really quite interesting. For instance, contemporary Christian music was developed because of the Jesus People movement and Calvary. So people like Amy Grant, for instance, were inspired by some of the bands that came out during the Jesus People movement, including the Love Band, Mustard Faith Seed Band, and some other ones. I have a unique perspective about Calvary. My father is Dr. Patrick Marks with Calvary Chapel 14-6 in Surprise, Arizona, and they recently became part of Calvary in the last 5 or 6 years. The Calvary movement is one that is dedicated to the principles that were defined by using expository exploration of the Word. Pastor Chuck Smith was the founder of Calvary, and he started this little church, or he took over a little church in a little town called Costa Mesa, and Costa Mesa became the epicenter for the Jesus People movement. Along with Lonnie Frisbee, Greg Laurie, and others, the Jesus People movement has radically shaped the non-denomination of Calvary throughout the world. To date, there are over 1,800 congregations worldwide of Calvaries. One of the models that they use is to specifically use the Word of God chapter by chapter and verse by verse to teach. Sometimes they will do topical messages, but for the most part they stick to the simple, as they would call it, primitive Christianity, in the sense of using the Word and the Word alone. One of the facets that they incorporated was a more passion-filled worship. This certainly spoke to those in the counterculture movement in the 1960s and 70s, and certainly it helped led to contemporary Christian music. A lot of the research that I used was from books such as The Jesus Revolution, how God changed a generation and how He can do it again, by Greg Laurie. And then others, articles specifically like Sharon Fisher's I Remember Chuck Smith, specifically talking about her experiences in Costa Mesa, which she was part of when it was first staffed by Pastor Chuck Smith. A lot of the primary sources I used were from people who directly were involved in the Jesus People movement. I enjoyed doing this project a lot. It gave me a lot of insight to a church that I'm very familiar with, as I was part of Calvary for a while and still am. But I really enjoyed doing this project. And I hope that you guys all had great luck with your research papers, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.